What's up curlies, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Kiki, and if you are new here, I do all things curly hair tips, product reviews and styling. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing the 3 reasons why I generally hate wash and goes and my overall opinion on this style. So if you want to find out the real reason, then don't go anywhere. Let's just clarify for anyone who doesn't know the actual meaning of a wash and go. It is simply washing, shampooing and conditioning your hair on wash day and then styling it with like a leave-in or gel, just in the natural state that your hair falls into. That is not manipulating it in any way, that is literally just raking the product through, and then you leave it to either air dry or diffuse it in its natural state. So like I'm wearing today, just a general wash and go. So the first reason why I generally hate wash and goes is probably the one that I suffer with the most, and it's the tangles. If you are anything like me, which a lot of curlies probably are, you have a lot of hair, it's quite tight, and when you wear it down underneath side, and I'm talking about here, where it's near your clothes and your neck, it kind of like rubs together and it causes friction, and then you just get a lot of tangles. This doesn't generally happen for me on day 1 or even day 2, but by day 3, if my hair's kind of getting to the point where it needs a refresh or it's a little bit dry, the tangles, oh my days, the tangles are the worst. And in order to get them out, number 1, I either need to trim them off, because 9 times out of 10, these are gonna be fairy knots. Or number 2, I have to then go in with like a spray bottle and some leave-in conditioner and like really gently detangle my hair. And this is just really annoying for me. I hate tangles, and for me, I'm trying to retain length, so tangles do not contribute to that kind of length retention. As well, on the same topic as the tangles, it gives me, as I mentioned, fairy knots / single strand knots, whatever you want to call them, and they're just basically split ends, and that is not helpful at all when you're trying to grow your hair to waist length. That moves us swiftly on to the second reason why I hate wash and goes, and it is breakage. As a result of the tangles, that then leads us on to breakage, because if you have single strand knots, you'll find that they'll come out easier in the shower, they make your hair generally weaker, and if you try to like pull them out sometimes or detangle them, they just break and it leads to breakage. So that is the second reason why I hate wash and goes, because again, they do not contribute to overall health and length of the hair. And last but not least, the third reason that I hate wash and goes is because of the maintenance. Now, no one talks about this, because I feel like if you maybe have a lot less hair than me, or your hair is a lot looser than mine, then you maybe won't run into this issue as much as I do. But for me, wash and goes are classed as a low manipulation style. Low manipulation where the manipulation on day 1 is a lot, okay? The amount of time it takes to do the actual wash and go and shingle through all the curls is quite time consuming. And then after that, you probably get away with like day 2, not doing anything to your hair because you've just done it fresh on day 1. And then by day 3 and day 4, we're getting to the stage where we need to either apply some more products, and the hair is not quite sitting right, so we either decide to put it up or we decide to kind of like refresh it again. And if you're anything like me, refreshes don't happen. Refresh for me is a co-wash, so I then have to hop in the shower, co-wash and do the whole styling process all over again. So this might not be classed as like high maintenance for some people, but definitely I class this as high maintenance, because when I do my hair on wash day, I like to do it on one day and then I like to leave it for the whole week and not do anything to it. This is usually when I wear protective style. I feel like I could get away with leaving my hair as it is and just re-moisturising the ends throughout the week, which is really low maintenance for me, not kind of like tending to my hair as it is now. That is my general overall feel of this style. I know in the comments I do get a lot of backlash with,
why don't you wear wash and goes? Why don't you recommend wash and goes? How can our hair not possibly grow best in its natural state? This is how it is.
And yeah, people are right saying our hair should be grown in its natural state, okay, but wash and goes, just for me, they just don't work. I think you've got to take into consideration your density of your hair, your strands, whether they're fine. If you have fine hair like me, then the strands get tangled really easily. And if you have longer hair, it's even more complex, because As you can see with my hair, it sits on that point where my shoulders are and it rubs against my clothes and my neck. And if you have like a TWA or maybe hair that doesn't even hit your shoulders, it's not really going to cause friction against anything else. And taking into consideration your lifestyle, your job, do you work out, do you have an active job, like all of these things for me kind of just amalgamate together and make my hair a little bit harder for a wash and go state. So that's generally why I like to tend to stay away from wash and goes 2 out of the 4 weeks out of the month, or I will do them when I am in a rush or I want to go out or something like that. Hope you enjoyed this video on the 3 reasons why I hate wash and goes. If you agree with me or there are any points that I may not have brought up in this video as to why you might not get along with wash and goes, drop them in the comments. And if you're interested more on this topic, I've got 2 videos for you at the end of the screen that you can click on. See you in the next one.